my reliable and patient Taurus friend. Hello and welcome. My name is Mina, and I'm here to offer you a 3-card reading exploring the themes of you, your path, and your potential. I invite you to consider what the reading reveals about possible challenges, opportunities, and personal growth for the week ahead. Take a deep breath, rest your mind, and let's see what the cards have to share with you today. Taurus, there's something quietly shifting under your surface this week. You may not have spoken it aloud, but there's a sense of fatigue with the familiar, the slow ache of wanting something to feel different, even if you can't name exactly what. It's not a dramatic urge, not a shout, but more like the heaviness that sits in your chest at the end of a long day. The tension is subtle. Maybe it's the way your routines no longer bring the same comfort, or how a certain conversation lingers in your mind after everyone else has moved on. There's a restlessness beneath your steady exterior. You might notice yourself pausing more, feeling a touch dissatisfied with what used to be enough. It's as if you're aware of some threshold, not yet crossed but impossible to ignore. The air around you is thick with unspoken questions, and your heart senses that something is ready to be set down, even if the next step is uncertain. There is a wordless longing within you now, and this week, the 8 of Cups rises to the surface as a quiet mirror. It points to the deep, private moment when you realize that what once held meaning now feels oddly empty. You haven't given up, but you sense that holding on is draining you more than it's nourishing. You may find yourself replaying old memories or looking at parts of your life that once brought joy, only to feel the edge of nostalgia tinged with disappointment. There is no dramatic exit here, just a slow, persistent recognition that your spirit needs something else. Perhaps you notice yourself withdrawing, not out of anger or resentment, but to listen more closely to what's stirring inside. This isn't a rejection of your past. It's a gentle acknowledgement that you've outgrown certain comforts. You might catch yourself staring out the window a little longer, tuning out distractions in search of the next true thing. Even your body knows it, an ache in your shoulders, a heaviness in your breath. The old patterns don't fit the way they used to. In this quiet space, you're not lost. You're simply honest with yourself in a way that feels both tender and raw. There's sadness here, but also relief. A soft release that comes from naming what you can no longer carry. The 8 of Cups doesn't demand you rush away, only that you honor the truth of your own emotional landscape. This is the moment before movement, the last look back before you let the old chapter rest. It's a vulnerable, necessary pause, and it's where you are right now. When you sit in this place of quiet honesty, Taurus, the world around you starts to react. The sense of dissatisfaction, the gentle withdrawal, sends ripples into your outer life. Relationships, routines, and commitments that once felt certain might start to feel less stable. The inner longing is like a stone dropped in still water. It stirs things you thought were settled, and now the path ahead is shaped by that disturbance. From this internal shift, the week's events begin to take shape, and the 3 of Swords makes itself known. There's a rawness in the air, a feeling that something is coming apart even as you try to keep it together. Tension builds, not from outside attack, but from the pressure of honesty rubbing up against expectation. You may notice misunderstandings, a sharp word, or a silence that feels more pointed than usual. Perhaps you're faced with the truth of a disappointment, someone lets you down, or you realize a dream has changed shape. The friction isn't just with others, it's also with yourself. You might struggle to reconcile your loyalty with your need for change, feeling torn between the comfort of the known and the ache for something real. There's a vulnerability to these moments, a conversation that leaves you feeling exposed, a plan that falls through, or a realization that what you hoped for simply isn't possible right now. Grief and relief mingle together, making it hard to tell which feeling belongs to which memory. The heart hurts, but it's also awake. This pain is not meant to punish. It's the natural byproduct of growing beyond what no longer serves you. The Three of Swords shows that sometimes clarity comes with discomfort, and old wounds can sting as you gently peel away the layers. The world may not respond with the tenderness you want, but this friction is the friction of truth. In the midst of heartache, you begin to see where you've been loyal to a version of yourself that's no longer true. The pressure is real, but so is your capacity to meet it. Every uncomfortable moment is a signal. You are in the process of making space for what's next. It's only through meeting these moments consciously, Taurus, that something new becomes possible. The temptation to retreat or numb out is strong, but it's your willingness to feel these edges that opens the door to genuine change. Potential isn't automatic. It's unlocked by your openness to this discomfort, by letting yourself be changed by what you discover. When you stay present to what's stirring, the Page of Wands quietly enters the scene. There is an invitation here, not to replace old pain with quick fixes, but to let curiosity find you again. You may notice small sparks of interest, a topic that catches your attention, a place you want to visit, a conversation that leaves you thinking. This isn't about grand gestures. It's the subtle sense that, even in the aftermath of letting go, something inside you is waking up. The Page of Wands is not the voice of certainty, but of possibility. There is a newness to the way you look at the world, a readiness to try if only a little. Where before there was heaviness, now there's the first flutter of lightness. You may not know exactly what you want, but you feel an openness to explore. This is a gentle kindling of hope, a willingness to move beyond familiar ground, even if you take just one step at a time. Growth is not a demand, it's a gentle suggestion, a reminder that your story is not finished. When you trust this process, even the smallest moment of curiosity can become the seed of something meaningful. The Page of Wands invites you to notice what feels fresh, to honor the spark without needing to know exactly where it will lead. In this space, you are allowed to begin again, in your own time. As the week unfolds, Taurus, the threads of your experience weave together into something quietly resilient. The heaviness of the Eight of Cups gives way to the necessary ache of the Three of Swords, a reminder that growth often involves letting go. Yet through this process, the Page of Wands lights a small torch of hope. You are not defined by what you release, nor by the pain that comes with honesty. Instead, you are shaped by your willingness to journey through these feelings and remain open to what comes next. There is no rush, no need for dramatic transformation. The gentle courage it takes to acknowledge what you've outgrown is already enough. In your willingness to feel, to grieve, and then to notice a spark of curiosity, you find yourself quietly strengthened. By week's end, you may not have all the answers, but you will have honored the truth of your own heart. That is a resolution in itself, a reassurance that even as things change, you are more than capable of meeting what comes with calm, steady presence. Actionable insights for Aquarius this week. Sometimes, when familiar comforts lose their warmth, the smallest acts can soften the day. You could try pausing for a moment in a familiar place, just noticing what feels different now. You might let yourself ask one gentle question about what you want without needing an answer right away. Or you could allow yourself to rest when you sense something old is ending, trusting that rest is enough for today. Spoken word affirmations to repeat aloud for a more positive mindset. I am steady, even as I shift. My feelings matter, even when they are quiet. I let go of what is finished. I trust the path I am on. And now, dear friend, I thank you for giving me your time. I truly hope I have given you something helpful in return. Goodbye and good luck until next time.